It's Saturday, December 14th, 2024. Hope you're having a good weekend. I want to get right into the video today, and I want to start by saying this. I've lost all hope in the leadership of this country. You know, we keep hearing about how we're going to pay the debts down, how we're going to slow inflation down, how we're going to close the border, how we're going to stop crime, how we're going to end the wars, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It goes on and on and on. Nothing gets done. And we cannot even stop a weather balloon, a spy balloon that flew over the country for 7 days before action was taken. Now we have dozens, if not hundreds, of drones flying over the United States of America. We don't know what they are, who's flying them, where they're from, what they're doing here. Nobody knows, and nobody seems to care. Where is the leadership? So all these promises that all these problems are going to be taken care of, nothing gets done, and now we don't know what is going on with these drones. Are they a threat? Nobody knows. They're probably from the United States of America, but we don't know. We don't know where they're from. And if they are from the United States of America, why are they flying over populated cities, military bases, nuclear reactors? What is going on, and why does nobody care, and why are we not getting any answers? This is, to me, very, very concerning, and the world is watching this. Our adversaries are watching this. If they're not flying these drones, or maybe they are, they're watching this. And if our leaders are not concerned about this, this is a big, big problem. And I just wanted to, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, and I just wanted to talk a little bit more about it today, but just a couple articles. Drone sighting temporarily shuts down runways at New York airport. And yet we have leaders telling us that, don't worry, these are helicopters and airplanes. Well, if that was true, how come runways at the New York airport last night was shut down? They don't normally do that because of airplanes and helicopters, right? They do that when there's objects that are unidentified flying around. So now, last night in my area here in the Coachella Valley, guess what? Drone sighting right here in the Palm Springs area last night. The night before, it was Temecula, which is about an hour away. So these things are now popping up everywhere. I don't know what they are. Again, I don't know if they're a threat, but why are our leaders, military, not doing something about this? This is a big, big concern. Here's one today. New Jersey mayor, state told us to call bomb squad, wear hazmat if drone is downed, like it's an attack. So why are they telling these people to wear hazmat suits, these emergency personnel, that if they come in contact with a downed drone, make sure that you're wearing a hazmat suit? Do they know something? I don't know. White House, we don't know enough to take down drone over ocean. This is absurd. I mean, this is really unbelievable. We don't, well then find out. Know enough to start taking these things down. It's unbelievable. All this technology that we brag about, all this wealth and power and military superiority, technology, advancement, and we just cannot even take down a drone. How vulnerable is the United States of America? Every day that goes by, we look more and more vulnerable and weaker to the world. I watched a video this morning. I don't know what state this was shot at, but it was a TikTok video that I was watching in a news article, and it was a bunch of blue lights. They said it was on the West Coast. Could have been California, I don't know. But it was on the West Coast, could have been Oregon, could have been Washington, don't know. But it was a bunch of blue lights, and these people are filming it. They pulled over, they're driving, they pull over off the road here, and you can look out to the ocean, you see all these blue lights, and they start going into the ocean. I mean, this is really, really getting strange. Somebody has some very, very advanced technology, I will say that. So let me know your thoughts on this. Are you concerned at all? Comment down below. Are you concerned? Who do you think is doing this? Do you think that this is United States technology, or do you think it's some other technology from another country? Does the United States know who it is? Look, this is way above my pay grade. I have no idea. Let me know your thoughts on this. Will we ever find out? I don't know. But these are not, remember, these are not small hobbyist drones. These things are the size of cars. Somebody the other night said it was the size of a bus. Um, so this is very, very interesting. Didn't Revelations talk about that we'd be seeing strange things in the skies? Maybe this is part of Revelations. I have no idea, but something very, very strange is going on. But I think as a nation, we should be very, very concerned. Um, because I think that national security is being jeopardized here, and I think we're really showing a lot of weakness here too. Why the populator of buy now, pay later? So let's shift gears here, get into the economy a little bit. Why the popularity of buy now, pay later? It says here they are valuable to a class of borrowers who cannot gain access to credit cards. So these are really subprime borrowers, people who cannot get approved for a credit card because their credit's so bad, but they can get a buy now, pay later. Society is full of borrowers, not savers. So credit cards and buy now, pay later is very popular, and so are high interest rates. So as long as we have more people in the need, having the need to borrow money than that can save money, you're going to see higher interest rates. You're going to see more people dependent on credit cards and buy now, pay later plans. And it's really, really, I think, a sad sign of the economy because people cannot save money. By the time they pay their bills, by the time they pay the 23+% interest on their credit cards, there's nothing left. And on top of that, inflation has just decimated so many people. The cost of living day to day is just decimating people. So they cannot save money. And it's really a sad sign of the economy. But this really does make a valuable point that we have a class of borrowers who cannot gain access to credit cards. So they're forced now to go to the next best thing, buy now, pay later plans. Society full of borrowers, not savers. Many, many years ago, it was the opposite. People, they saved money. They didn't buy things that they couldn't afford. They lived below their means and they were able to save money. I would say it's probably more difficult to save money now than ever before, but people now are so addicted to credit cards and it's such accessible to people, and people are so, brought up and educated to go get a credit card. Once you turn 18 years old, go get a credit card. You need a credit card to build credit, and we're sold this bill of goods that you need a credit card to build up all this credit. There may be a little bit of truth to that, but credit cards are so addicting because people can now have things today. They can fill that void immediately, have that instant satisfaction immediately. Buy it now, worry about it later. Buy it now, maybe not pay for it later. But it puts people in a very compromising position because people have access to so much credit, yet they're making $30,000, $40,000 a year, and they have access to $50,000 of credit. Very, very dangerous. Tone-deaf lefties miss the point of rising consumer spending. Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales this year broke records despite inflation. It says here, this doesn't mean many Americans aren't still struggling with high prices on everyday goods and Christmas gifts. Shoppers spent a record $10.8 billion online on Black Friday. Cyber Monday, they spent $13.3 billion, yet people complain that they cannot afford eggs. So they're able to do this because they have buy now, pay later, they have credit cards, and they're going to continue to use them. Yet 78% of this country lives paycheck to paycheck. Check this out. And this article is on The Hedge. Check it out. $100 unexpected expense could financially sink 18% of all adults in the United States because that's the most they have in savings. This is frightening. And if this is you, you should be very, very scared. If this is you, you should not be using credit cards. You should not be going out buying Christmas gifts. You should not be going out to dinner. You should not be going out to Vegas. And there's a lot of people who are in this situation who are living way beyond their means, living like there's no problem. I mean, $100 unexpected expense could financially sink 18% of U.S. adults. That's almost 2 out of 10 people, ladies and gentlemen. And these will be the people that go out with their credit cards, run them up, and buy more Christmas gifts unbelievable. Apologize if you hear some snoring in the background. Nugget is passed out. Um, this is really dangerous. Nearly 70% of Americans are worried about paying for gifts this year, with roughly 20% being very worried. They can worry all they want. They're going to continue to do it. And one day, people are going to hit that emergency, and they're going to be in very, very big trouble. And what happens if the credit cards cut your credit line in half, or just cut your credit off? What would happen if the credit card company just said, hey, we're done, we're cutting your credit off, you're a risk? What would happen to this economy right now if people didn't have access to credit cards and buy now, pay later plans? How much of this economy is just running on credit? I think a majority of this country would not survive right now without credit cards. They're paying their essentials, they're paying the utility bills, the car payments, the rent with a credit card. People don't even realize that they're on borrowed time. Maybe some of them do. I don't know how people are sleeping at night. And yet they're going to go out and run up more debt buying Christmas gifts this Christmas. And look, it's a free country. Do what you want. But then, of course, they're going to want us to come bail them out. They're going to want the other half of the country that, is fiscally responsible, saves money, pays their bills, doesn't get into debt. Then you're going to be responsible to pay this debt. I think a lot of Americans should stop worrying about buying Christmas gifts and start worrying about the amount of debt that they're taking on. They should worry about becoming more fiscally responsible. They should be more worried about their futures and just taking responsibility. Christmas has become so corporate. The amount of greed that we're seeing for Christmas. How much money are you going to spend? What kind of gifts are you going to buy? Is somebody going to like you or not like you because you bought a gift? It's all about money. And it's really sad that Christmas has become so corporate and so greedy. And I think that we really miss the message of Christmas. And it's not about gift giving. It's not about how much money you spend. And it's sad that we've come that far, because it has gotten people so indebted. It has caused so much financial strain, the holidays. And this is just big business, ladies and gentlemen. And if somebody's not going to like you because you don't buy them a gift, then they're really not your friend, or they really don't care about you. So I think that, we need to worry more about our finances than whether or not, somebody's going to like us if we buy them a gift. So keep that in mind. Trump Treasury pick sees a global economic reordering. Trump's pick, Scott Bessent, has stated that he believes the world is on the cusp of a global reordering, and he would like to be a part of it. Now, there's a lot of negative about this guy. There's some really good positive things about this guy too. We will see, but he's a major gold bull, according to this article on The Hedge. He says, I think we're in for a long-term bull market in gold. We're seeing reserve accumulation by central banks. I follow it closely. It's my biggest position. So I do like this about him. And who knows what we're going to see in regards to gold in 2025. But I think it's going to continue to go up. He says, I do believe in this election, there's a big choice, and we're going to decide whether we're going to grow our way out of this debt burden. I think that's a great point. I think we're going to have to do it in the next 4 years, or at least get on track of doing it. I find strongly that this is the last chance to grow our way out of this, he says. So he makes some very, very good points here. I like that he is a gold bull. And maybe, maybe we're going to see something happen where in the next 4 years that something is going to have to back the dollar, and maybe it's going to be a percentage of gold. I don't know, just throwing that out there. But I think gold is going to continue to go up. We've seen a couple nice pullbacks. If you don't have any and you need a good reputable place to buy some, SD Bullion, go to my link down below. Great Christmas gift, by the way. Heading into 2025, everybody should have some gold. Not financial advice. That is just what I'm doing. That is my belief. Here's one today. Macy's to close 150 locations after sales sharp drop. Macy's accelerates store closures this year. Another article. They're going to close 65 stores this year instead of 50. that was previously announced. And of course, they're going to close a total of 150, but who knows? That could be 175, could be 275. Here's another one. Out of meme magic, GameStop announces widespread store closures, so more closures. So I don't know. We keep hearing that this is a great economy. I don't think so. We've seen a lot of layoffs. We've seen a massive amount of store closures, a massive amount of corporate bankruptcies. And it seems like it's going to continue to get worse. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this plays out. But, if we cannot even come up with a solution to deal with drones, how in the world are we going to solve this economy? How are we going to solve this debt? If we cannot close the border, if we cannot take care of balloons in the sky, we cannot take care of drones in the sky, how are we going to take care of these problems? These are very, very advanced problems. Massive amounts of debt. You cannot just shoot debt out of the sky with a missile. 36 plus trillion dollars of debt and growing, $2 trillion deficit, 200 trillion in unfunded liabilities, and we're writing checks for billions of dollars to countries all over the world. If you think inflation is going away anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen, you are drinking the Kool-Aid. I would personally be preparing for a lot more inflation because they are not telling you the truth. And I mean, think about the data that we're getting, how manipulated, how deceitful the data is that we are getting. It is very, very manipulated. So we all know, you could be a fifth grader. You know that inflation is not 2.4% or whatever the number is today. I can't even keep up with these numbers, but we know that inflation is at least 10% plus. So we're in trouble. And now with everything else that's going on, I was just watching some of the news today with the drones, the wars, the economy, the inflation, the division in the country, the borders, the drug epidemic, the crime. Have you ever seen a time in your life where things have been in such disarray as they are now? Let me know. Have you, maybe you're 100 years old. Let me know, has there ever been a time in your life that you've ever seen the world in such disarray where things have been falling apart to this extent? I've never seen it, where we have seen so much trouble, financially, spiritually, the heated wars, the division, all this. I've never seen such a time like we're seeing now. And hopefully, prayerfully, it's going to get better. I don't know. It could get worse. Prepare for the worst, ladies and gentlemen. I prepare for the worst because, and hope for the best, right? Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I really hope and pray that it gets better, but wow, 2024 has been a doozy. 2025, buckle up because I don't think it's going to calm down anytime soon. Again, I've never seen so much unrest globally as I'm seeing right now in 2024. It's unreal. Pray for this country, ladies and gentlemen. Pray for the world. Pray for planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen. As you go into Christmas and we're all feeding our faces and giving out Christmas gifts, be thankful for what you have. No matter where you live, what you drive, and what you do for work, be thankful for what you have, especially your health. There's so many people out there right now that would trade everything they had in a heartbeat to have what you have. I drive by Eisenhower Hospital almost daily in Rancho Mirage, and it is the busiest place in the entire desert. The busiest place in the entire desert is the hospital. What those people would give to be able to walk out of the hospital and to be in your shoes today, to be able to just go out, walk around, play with your dog, hang out with your family, have lunch, do what things that we take granted for every day. Don't take it for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God every day for life, especially if you're somewhat healthy. And as we head into 2025, get a jump on it right now. Get in better shape. Get defensive skills. Be doing whatever you can to just be stronger, faster, and to be able to protect yourself and your family. Make sure you're getting to the range. Stay on course with the preps. Do not get complacent. I see way too many people getting complacent. People believe all their problems have already been solved. Nothing has been fixed. Nothing has been solved yet. Maybe some of this will get fixed and solved in 2025. I pray that it does. But as of right now, nothing has been solved. So don't get complacent. Stay on track. I'm going to leave it there today. God bless every one of you. Take care. Be safe.